Well, we know that social media has done a lot of us some good. It allows you to rediscover and keep in touch with old friends, and it gives us here at the Digital Hub the ability to stay in touch with you. But that's not to say that there are no bad things about it, and that's being highlighted in China. Let's take a look at the Global Times that recently posted about it this week about how more celebrities in China are quitting social media to avoid abuse. Now, actor Huo Jianhua is the latest to leave Weibo, and many attribute it to cyberbullying. His wife, actress Ruby Lin, is still on Weibo, but she has disabled the comment section where a lot of the abuse happens. Now, netizens in China are quick to say this is certainly not exclusive to China and that it is a global phenomenon. A good example, U.S. pop singer Ariana Grande, who disabled comments on Instagram after people used it to blame her for her rapper ex-boyfriend Mac Miller's death. It's definitely also not exclusive to celebrities. People here at CGTN have been dealing with cyberbullying, and let's go and find out some of their stories.
I actually used to be an educator in the United States as a high school teacher, and one of my high school students actually ended up committing suicide due to cyberbullying.
And people can be vicious, and they go on my social media page and they voice their discontent, and the meanness and the ugliness comes out. And I think because in the age that we live in, people can have anonymous identities. You don't know who they are, and that sort of gives them a free rein to say whatever they want.
You know, I was a thick kid, and that kind of thing would come up a lot. You know, Matt rhymes with a lot of things, so you'd hear that, you'd see that written and typed out.
So what's the solution? On social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and Weibo, you can and should report it if you've received any sort of abusive comments. Many web users in China say that the only real change that would happen is if people were nicer to each other. We'd love to hear your take on this. Write to us at the Digital Hub with your stories, suggestions, and comments. Now let's move on to our second trending story that is circulating all over China. A woman in Zhejiang was fired by her company because she didn't reply to a WeChat message sent by her boss when she was off the clock. Now, the company also refused to pay her last month's salary. According to China's labor law, employees have the right to rest, and it says companies should respect their employees' rights. The woman then went to authorities and finally got about $2,600 in compensation. This story quickly became viral online. It even has its own hashtag on Weibo. Many have posed the question, should employees have to respond to texts or emails when they're off the clock? And to round out the Digital Hub, if being an Olympic champion isn't good enough, how about being a PhD student and a swim instructor? Three-time swimming gold medalist Sun Yang is studying for his doctorate at the Shanghai University of Sport. His major is kinesiology. That's a study of the mechanics of body movements. Sun spoke to freshmen at a ceremony this week and said he'll teach them to swim for free. Web users are quick to say, you won't get a better instructor than Sun Yang, and you'd be a fool to pass up the chance to learn from a true pro. That's all for today's edition of the Digital Hub. Send us your favorite viral stories for next time. In the meantime, check us out or reach out to us on social media at CGTN America.